It is rivalry night here at the Thunderdome as the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos get set to host the Cal Poly Mustangs. Greg Silver here with Nate Soth for KCSB Sports. And Nate, Cal Poly's struggling a little bit lately. They've lost their last 6. They've lost 9 of the last 10 rivalry matchups, and they have not won at the Thunderdome since 2014. What are they going to have to do tonight to reverse the script? Well, both teams actually started the second half a little bit slow, and the Gauchos, thanks to big plays from their main players, Amadou Sow, Ja'Cory McLaughlin, and especially Max Heidegger, made a huge run in the second half, and there was just no looking back. Yeah, and the Gauchos have been looking a little bit different recently as well, losing Max Heidegger to an ankle injury in Riverside, California, and the offense has not been quite the same. They scraped by with a narrow 55-53 victory against Cal State Fullerton this last Thursday, but it's going to be a struggle offensively. What are the Gauchos going to have to do to pick things up? Defense really does win championships, and as cliche as this may sound, defense is a team game. One guy doesn't do his job, and it makes it really hard for the other 4. But credit to the Gauchos, they never got tired. They stuck with it. And for a really good three-point shooting team in Davis, they contested their shots, and Davis never found their stride. And Coco Miller with a great start to senior day. Now, one of the other valuable seniors, Tal Sahar, about to get her first action as the Gauchos are set to inbound the ball on the baseline. Inside, Isla Lane gets blocked, and they're going to call a foul as Isla Lane will head to the line. Looks to be a little bit shaken up.
Yeah, one thing that the Gauchos do have a clear advantage in this game is rebounding. We saw Lauren Lee get 3 offensive rebounds, and Long Beach is the worst rebounding team in the Big West. They have a -9 rebound per game margin in conference play, and Isla Lane should be able to dominate on the interior, or if she draws double teams like she has been, she has to be able to pass it out for threes.
Yeah, Hendrickson there a little bit more happy with that call. About the same amount of contact as the last one, but the refs are putting up the hand and giving the shots to Lane.
First free throw of the game for the Gauchos is good by Lane, who is shooting 63% on the year. Good on the second.
Yeah, you could definitely see the free throw percentage improvement, too. I feel like she was shooting around 50% earlier in the year. It's up to 63 now, and it's just getting better.
Justina King now slowing the pace for Long Beach as Danae Miller falls down, and they're going to call a travel on Davison, who got a little too excited before she drove on the right baseline. 13-5 Gauchos, who are going to look to build on this lead next possession.
A little bit of happy feet there from King.
Johnny Gonzalez gets double teamed. Still haven't gotten across half court. High lob and pass. Nice hands by Tal Sahar, who kicks it to Danae Miller left side. Now back up to Johnny Gonzalez. Danae Miller drives inside with a wide open lane and has a nice scoop left-handed layup. 15-5 Gauchos with 4 minutes to go. And Coco Miller, nice job with positioning there as Davison was looking to push the pace and just ran into Coco Miller. Another turnover for Long Beach.
Yeah, and did they call that out of bounds? I don't believe there was a foul called on either team, so that was just an out of bounds call. But Long Beach is playing really aggressive defense, which is risk and reward, and you see the risk there with the open lane for Danae Miller for the layup.
Well, the Gauchos looking to stay poised as Coco Miller with a high pass, just a little too long as Isla Lane can't corral it. Another turnover for the Gauchos as Long Beach is set to take it the other way.
This 41 defense is, or 41 offense, has been working pretty well. They're getting good looks and good lanes to the hole.
Makai Berry now in the corner, kicks it to Justina King, left hand, can't get it to go. Johnny Gonzalez with the board, pushing the pace. Tal Sahar wants the deep 3, but looks inside. Isla Lane, another high pass. Loose ball on the ground. Gaucho's fighting for it, and they're going to say out of bounds. Gaucho ball, I believe it last touched Makai Berry.
And I've never really been a fan of the entry pass over the defender's head to an outstretched arm. You kind of have to put it in the exact perfect spot. You have to be a great passer for that, and even if you are a great passer, sometimes it'll end up in a turnover like that one almost was.
Well, it's tempting with Isla Lane down there to throw a lot of entry passes. Johnny Gonzalez now drives inside. Wide open Coco Miller, left corner. Just short as Long Beach with a 2-on-1 fast break. Davison, Johnny Gonzalez hustle though, and with a nice steal to give the Gauchos an extra possession. The crowd loves it. Gonzalez now right side, Miller, corner, Tulsa hard for three, bang! 18-5 Gauchos with 2:55 to go, and we got a timeout by Long Beach. Both seniors hit their first three-point attempt of the game, and you love to see it.
Terrific 7-0 run there from the Gauchos. The hustle by Johnny Gonzalez, just a personification of what they've been doing all game. They've made Long Beach make quick decisions, and it has led to a lot of mistakes here.
Yeah, the Gauchos, despite the frantic pace we've seen in this first quarter, seem to be staying poised and being able to find the holes with a lot of open cross-court passes, navigating through those double teams. Do you expect Long Beach to slow things down a little bit or kind of up the pressure even more?
Yeah, well, I think one of the problems is pressure leaves open three-point shooters, and the Gauchos haven't always been a great three-point shooting team throughout the season, but they've already hit 2 threes tonight, and it was one from each of the seniors, and if they can keep doing that, I think Long Beach will have to slack off a little bit.
Yeah, and the Gauchos seeming very poised on defense. The pace is fast on offense as they're trying to match Long Beach pressure. On defense, they seem to be playing their game and not Long Beach's game, something we haven't always seen from this Gaucho team. And when they fall into early holes, it usually doesn't go well for them. So you can tell today they're trying not to have those early problems. We'll see if they can build on this already impressive lead. As Makai Berry now has it for Long Beach, kicks it inside to Cindy Kinslow. Now Justina King against Danae Miller in the post and can't even hit the rim as Isla Lane comes away with another rebound. Danae Miller, Johnny Gonzalez drives inside open lane. Tulsa Har in the corner getting pressured. Isla Lane open. Easy turnaround, left-handed layup, 20-5 Gauchos. And this is exactly what the Thunderdome wants to see early. Now Makai Berry kicks it to Davison. Drives left side, spins, pulls it back out, a near turnover. Justina King drives inside, takes the layup. Tulsa Har comes away with the rebound, but a little miscommunication results in a turnover for the Gauchos. Now Davison against Miller. Corner, open layup. Oh, and can't get it to go. Unfortunate for Long Beach State as Isla Lane comes away with another rebound. Danae Miller now has it. Finally, the Gauchos slow the pace a little bit with a fresh shot clock. Johnny Gonzalez up top. Danae Miller kicks it inside. Coco Miller near the free throw line. Coco trying to stay patient. Johnny Gonzalez drives inside, finds the easy lane. It looks like Johnny Gonzalez might have wanted a little contact. Regardless, 2 points for the Gauchos, 22-5 in the final 90 seconds of this first quarter. Well, the Gauchos are going to have a big crowd behind them full of Isla Vista students. We'll see you there, 7 p.m. tip-off at the Thunderdome. Alexander out at the logo. 10 on the shot clock. Alexander drives in on Torre, spins, tipped away by McLaughlin, stolen by Ramsey. Now over to Torre on the break. Torre drives inside, and they're going to call a blocking foul as he gets the and one. Tie game, 67 all with 1:20 to go, and the Thunderdome is roaring.
I gotta tell you, I'm so disappointed that I lost that game of rock, paper, scissors earlier. This is the best play-by-play call of the year, easily.
Well, Nate Soth, you are always terrific. And we have a timeout before Sekou Toure will head to the line. Sekou Toure just with his third and fourth point there. Not typically known for his offense, but he made it count on the break, and the Gauchos have a chance to take the lead here.
Yeah, Sekou Toure not known for his offense, but in the absence of Max Heidegger, as we said all night long, he's had to step up along with a multitude of other guys, and also next year, as a junior, he will have a much more prominent role. He's the kind of guy that works really hard, and I've got to imagine he'll work on his offense this offseason and try to maybe crack the starting lineup next season if possible.
Yeah, Sekou Toure definitely one of the people who has stepped up in the absence of Heidegger. Sekou Toure now to head to the line and try to give the Gauchos a lead.
And this really shows you what Joe Pasternak thinks about Sekou Toure, having him in the game, in a tie game with 1 minute, 20 seconds left on senior night against our rival.
Toure short on the free throw. The game remains tied. And Ramsey with a cold-blooded look in his eyes defending Smith. Now Alexander has it. Ball kicked over to Rogers, who has spent some time on the bench, now back in. Smith takes the screen from Karoma. Alexander right side. Alexander takes the screen, drives inside. Ramsey defending. Smith, shot clock winding down. Smith, long three, in and out. And Brandon Cyrus comes away with it. Ramsey with the ball now. 45 seconds to go. Timeout Gauchos. As there is an 18-second difference between the shot and game clock. Likely to be one more possession for each team, unless there is a fouling situation here.
Yeah, I almost had a heart attack right there. That shot rattled around in the rim. It was a good contest by the Gauchos, but it almost went down regardless.
Well, it looks like the rest of the Thunderdome was right there with you, Nate, as you see all these looks of kind of these anxious, sheepish smiles.
Yeah, looks of relief right after that.
Looks of relief, but still this sense of not being able to relax.
Oh, yeah, no way.
The blue-green rivalry has lived up to the hype. The Gauchos went into the half trailing 35-26, now tied at 67 with 44.9 to go. Big plays coming for both teams. Nate, one key player for each team. Give it to me.
I think Amadou Sow is going to be a key player on this possession for the Gauchos. And I think that Jamal Smith is going to be a key player for Cal Poly. He's been their best player in the second half, and I think they're going to have to give him the ball next possession.
Well, we'll see what happens as the ball is inbounded to Ramsey up top. Defended by Smith. Takes the screen from Freeman, who's back in the game. Now Freeman up top, defended, closely loses the ball, and Smith comes away with it. On the break, he's fouled, and I believe they're going to call it on the floor, which will make this a 1-and-1 situation. 7th team foul for the Gauchos. Foul goes on DeVerl Ramsey. That is Ramsey's third.
And here is Jamal Smith going to the free throw line. So we'll see if he has the clutch gene in him right now.
1 second difference between the shot and game clock. 31 to go in the game. As Smith is taking one of the biggest shots of his college career. And he's short. Gauchos looking to hold it for one final shot. And the Thunderdome is on their feet.
That was way short too. That wasn't even close to going in the basket.
Well, his legs may have been tired, but the Mustangs with their first miss of the night from the line. Ramsey up top, hands it off to Cyrus. 11 to go, into the arms of McLaughlin. McLaughlin pulls it back, out at the logo, takes the screen from So. Left side, drives inside, pulls back, almost loses it, turn around mid-range, gets it off the front, and Jacory McLaughlin gets the roll at the buzzer as the Gauchos win the blue-green rivalry, 69 to 67, and the students are rushing the court. Unbelievable shot by Jacory McLaughlin.